Welcome back, friends. Today, I want to talk about a book that has deeply influenced how I coach agents and how I built my own real estate business over the last 28 years. And that book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is not a hype book. It's not about massive overnight change or pushing yourself until burnout. It's about how small, consistent actions done daily create extraordinary results over time. And if you've been in real estate for any length of time, you already know that is where most agents struggle. Agents don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they rely on motivation instead of structure and intensity instead of consistency. They sprint for 30 days, get tired, and then start over. That's exactly why Atomic Habits aligns so perfectly with everything we teach inside the production program at Master Real Estate Academy. Real estate doesn't reward emotional pushes. It rewards small disciplines done consistently. James Clear uses the word atomic in two important ways. First, atomic means small, tiny actions that feel almost insignificant in the moment. Second, atomic means powerful because those small actions compound over time. In real estate, this looks like one follow-up conversation, one handwritten note, one coffee appointment, one market update sent to your database, or one weekly planning session. None of these things change your business overnight, but when they're done consistently, they change everything. That's why we don't teach agents to simply work harder. We teach them to install habits that still work on hard days, busy days, and discouraging days. Because real estate success isn't built on your best days, it's built on what you do when you don't feel like doing anything at all. One of the most powerful ideas in Atomic Habits is this: you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Most agents have goals. They want more closings, more income, more referrals, and more freedom. But goals don't run your calendar. Systems do. If your calendar is unstructured, your results will always be inconsistent, no matter how good your intentions are. That's why inside our coaching programs, we focus far less on outcomes and far more on weekly activity standards, daily non-negotiables, and simple repeatable schedules. When your systems are clear, your results stop being random and start becoming predictable. You stop waking up wondering what you should do today because the decision has already been made. Another core concept in Atomic Habits is identity. Lasting change doesn't happen when you ask what you want to achieve. It happens when you ask who you want to become. That's exactly how we coach agents. We don't ask how to get one more deal this month. We ask what a professional, trusted, top-of-mind agent does every single week, regardless of the market. A professional follows up consistently. A trusted agent plans ahead. A top-of-mind agent stays connected even when business is good. When your habits align with who you say you are, discipline becomes easier because you're no longer forcing behavior. You're simply acting in alignment with your identity. You stop saying, I should do this, and start saying, this is just what I do. This is where most agents underestimate the process. Small habits feel slow at first. Progress often feels invisible. Early on, it can feel like nothing is happening, but momentum compounds quietly. 1 week coffee appointment doesn't change your business immediately, but over time it creates trust, referrals, and long-term relationships. One handwritten note doesn't create instant income, but it builds loyalty and top-of-mind awareness. Inside the production program, we design habits that reduce overwhelm, remove guesswork, and create momentum even in slower markets. This is how businesses survive downturns and thrive in strong markets because the habits never stop. When the market shifts, agents with habits don't panic. They don't disappear. They don't start over. They simply keep doing what they've always done. James Clear also teaches that habits stick when they are obvious and easy. That's why we don't overload agents with dozens of marketing ideas or shiny new strategies. Instead, we simplify everything. Clear weekly schedules, defined activity standards, simple language to use, easy tracking. You don't need 47 ideas. You need 3 to 5 habits executed consistently. That's why we emphasize the perfect week scheduling, time-blocked prospecting, repeatable conversations, and simple follow-up systems. Clarity creates consistency. Consistency builds confidence, and confidence produces results. When agents stop guessing and start executing, everything changes. Here's the hard truth most agents don't want to hear. Most agents quit habits right before they start working. They don't see results in 30 days, so they pivot. They don't feel immediate payoff, so they abandon the system. They mistake lack of instant results for failure. But Atomic Habits teaches us that progress is often invisible before it becomes obvious. That's why coaching matters. We don't just give you habits. We help you stay accountable, track progress, adjust without quitting, and stay in the game long enough for momentum to take hold. Intensity feels productive, but consistency is what actually produces results. In real estate, consistency always wins. Everything we teach inside the production program is habit-based, not hype, not pressure, not burnout. Just clear structure, simple weekly actions, accountability, and alignment between faith, family, and business. We help agents move from scattered to focused, from overwhelmed to in control, and from busy to building something predictable. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because Atomic Habits are intentionally installed and reinforced over time. If this business feels heavier than it should right now, that's not a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're ready for structure. Big change doesn't come from big moments. It comes from small, faithful actions done over time. Choose a few habits, commit to them, and let time do its work. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. When you stay the course, the results will come. And when they do, they'll be sustainable. Keep going. You're closer than you think. Once the systems that we teach in the production program are in place, everything starts to feel lighter and more predictable. And if that's the kind of business that you want to build, one that's stable, scalable, and far less stressful, click the first link in the description. And if you found this video valuable, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.